In this tutorial, we're going to be looking at solving a couple logarithmic equations. And the first thing we're going to want to do here is isolate the logarithm. So if we have 2 ln x equals 18, let's get that ln x by itself. So we divide both sides by 2. So ln x equals 18 divided by 2, or 9. Now remember, the inverse of natural log is taking e to that power. So what we can actually do is we can take e to the power of both sides. So if we take e to the ln of x equals e to the ninth, that e and the ln essentially cross each other out. So we're left with x equals e to the ninth. And when I put that in my calculator, I get let's see, e to the ninth is about 8103. So my answer is about 8103. All right, so once again for this next example here, we've got 7 minus 3 log of 10, or x equals 13. And again, remember this has an implied base of 10. But let's isolate that first. So I have 7 minus 3 log of 10x equals 13. So first I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. So I get negative 3 log 10x equals 13 minus 7, which is 6. Then I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by negative 3. So I get log of 10x equals 6 divided by negative 3, which is negative 2. And just like we used e to cancel out the ln, to cancel out a common logarithm, we're going to use 10 to that power. So we'll take 10 to the log 10 of x power and 10 to the negative second power. This 10 and the log will essentially cancel out. So we get 10x equals 10 to the negative second. Remember, that's 1 over 10 squared. So 10x equals 1 over 100. To get x by itself, we're going to go ahead and divide both sides by 10. So 1/100th divided by 10 is going to give me 1 over 1,000. And in a very similar way with this one, we have log base 5 of x to the fourth equals 20. Instead of taking 10 to the power, we're just going to go ahead and take 5 to the power of both sides. So 5 to the log 5 of x to the fourth is just going to be x to the fourth. 5 to the 20th power, that's going to give us 9.54 times 10 to the 13th. And then we need to take the fourth root of that. So we get x by itself. And then the fourth root of 9.54. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and take this to the 1/4 power, which is the same thing as taking the fourth root. I'm going to get 3125 for my answer. So here's an example for you to try on your own. See if you can solve for x. You've got 2 log base 2 of x cubed equals 18.